to another edition of All In with Ak and O.
It's your boy Up.
And it's your boy O coming back with another one on another topic that's pretty much going viral, man. Just happened yesterday, I believe. The whole Buffalo mass shooting. You want to break that down, Ak? What happened?
Yeah, I got you, O. Unfortunately, it's happening far too often in America. So, as of yesterday, 10 people were fatally shot and 3 more injured yesterday in a Buffalo, New York supermarket. Shooting occurred in Tops Friendly Market Store. So, anybody from Buffalo should be familiar with that. From what we know, the shooter is an 18-year-old Peyton Gendron, who pleaded not guilty to first-degree murder.
Oh, time out.
Yeah.
This dude really pleaded not guilty, man.
Yeah, man.
Yo, stop. Yo, go ahead. My fault. I just, that just hit me like.
Kind of shocking.
So,
go ahead. You know what I'm saying? So out of the 13 shot, right? He shot 13 people. 10 died, 3 were injured, and out of those 13 people, just 2 were white. It's sad 10? That we gotta
hold on.
Yeah, it's
my fault. You said 10 died?
10 died.
Oh man, go ahead.
There was 10 fatalities, man.
That's worse than the Brooklyn shooting, man. God, nobody died in that one, man.
Yeah, 10 people got hit in the Brooklyn shooting, and 10 people died in this Buffalo shooting. New York, man, y'all got to do better.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead. My fault. I'll cut you off. Yeah.
Nah, it's straight, man. But just diving back into some of the little caveats and, of this another heinous crime. Now, this shooting was motivated by hate, as we all know. According to Buffalo authorities, of course, because I'm not pointing a finger just yet. But these kind of acts we're seeing far too often. I mean, we got these hate acts. Remember, like the Walmart shooting in El Paso, the Tree of Life Synagogue in Pittsburgh, Emmanuel African Methodist Episcopal Church in Charleston, and of course the Pulse nightclub shooting in Orlando. Now, what makes this worse, and I still don't know why he's pleaded not guilty, but the suspect traveled hours from outside of this community to commit this crime against these people. So he actually literally got in his car, whatever way he got there, and it took him hours to get there.
So he's like, yo, I'm gonna go to the hood and you know what I mean, and shoot some people.
Yeah, that's pretty much what he said. And basically how the scene was, when he got there, he first opened fire in the parking lot, and then moved inside where he continued to shoot before his surrender.
In the supermarket,
he was found
right?
With tactical gear and weapons. So he had a rifle, he had a helmet with a camera attached, and he live streamed this entire event on Twitch.
Dang.
Sicko, man.
Yeah, a lot of people doing that.
Buffalo cop was shot. He shot the suspect. He was a retired cop that he did security at the shop, and he shot the suspect, but it didn't do anything.
Whoa, so dude got hit?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
good.
This cop literally opened fire on him. But the bad news was he was wearing his tactical gear, so it didn't penetrate.
Oh, damn. See,
that's why process.
That's why somebody
got killed.
See, that's why somebody like that, you got to go with the headshot, man. You got to.
He had on a helmet too.
You know what I mean? Hey, hit him in the head with a headshot.
Shot or something like that. But basically, what happened was this cop, he tried to shoot the suspect. It didn't penetrate, and then the suspect turned around and killed him.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So he died trying, literally.
Wow.
And another victim was, somebody that was intimate to the town. Another victim out of those 10 was the mother of the city's former fire chief. And guess this, she was getting groceries for her nursing home bound husband when she was murdered.
Damn. When when you first said that, I thought you was gonna say somebody from Griselda got hit, but my fault. Go ahead.
Yeah, but it's crazy because you got a fire chief that's probably been saving numerous lives in that city. His mother, and father, his father's in a nursing home. His mother's old, and she still has enough energy to go get her husband groceries and visit him, and gets killed in the process. And what they also suggesting that there's apparently a manifesto which talks
Mm.
about the dwindling white population, and that could potentially be the reason why this guy went on this spree.
Yo, hold up, time out, time out.
Yeah,
He so this clown talking about the dwindling white population.
yeah,
Why
man,
don't
it's,
you
it's incredible, man.
why don't you just start having more kids? Why the answer to that is get your chick pregnant like 10 times and then you doing something about that. What these people got to do with any of that? How is
What's
that
crazy is
solving?
he's a loser. Oh, so I mean, I'm sure that the women see that too. In order for you to procreate, they gotta like you. If somebody's thinking like this, man, he's not gonna have too many chances.
Oh man.
But basically what they said, he had some ammo for a while too, right? He had some ammo, but he didn't start planning this attack until about January. So this is premeditated. You can't take that murder one off the table. And I'm surprised he pled not guilty. I guess that's just for the sake of going to trial, you know. But if you ever seen any, I'm not sure if you've seen any of the footage, but they were handling him pretty cordially, considered that he just shot 13 people and 10 of them didn't make it.
You know why? You know why? Because you know all the cameras is on. It's all eyes on them. You know what I'm saying? So they have to. You know what I mean? If you think about it, if they get caught on camera mishandling him in any way, whether we like that
That's
or
going to
not,
jeopardize the case.
the case, thank you,
The
the
case
whole
itself, yeah,
case
that makes
that
sense.
he could get off scot free. So they like, nah, we ain't giving you nothing. You know what I mean? I just wish they could have like beat him down. Like I wish he was bloodied up. You know what I mean? Because he looked too good. Like you know what I'm saying?
You would have
Like
thought
as
that he
far
was
as
one of the people that
injury
was
wise.
escorted out of the out of the supermarket.
Pause.
Like he just he looked like nothing happened.
Yeah, you know what I mean, and I think that's what pisses me off. You know what I mean, among many other things. But that really gets to me too, man. It's like, yo, man, like, damn, man, if all this stuff wasn't going, if everybody didn't have cameras on their phones, like this is a prime example where somebody you want to take them to the side where nobody looking and let them have it. You
And
know what
just
I'm
give him some
saying?
good business.
Yeah, But let me tell you another thing. They're gonna catch him in prison. Cause think about it, that's PC all the way. But
Yeah.
here's the thing:
And PC doesn't guarantee you anything
they don't.
nowadays.
Nope. All it takes is a guard to be like, "Yo, you know what? You know what I'm saying? It's time to learn a lesson. Oops, let me look this way, and let me let these guys in. Oops, let me open these bars and this and that. You know how I go. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
and that's another story. I mean, they be passing out gem stars like candy, man.
Yeah, like and think about it. Who he's gonna have on his side? He ain't. I don't think. First of all, this happened in New York.
It's a hate crime.
Do
I'm
they even
surprised
have?
this ain't gonna go federal.
And in prison, do you even have like the Aryan Nation or any of that? Do you even
Oh
have
yeah,
that? They
yeah,
do.
yeah,
They got
yeah.
okay, I guess so. You know what I'm saying? But one thing that's a damn shame is that they don't have the death penalty. Cause
I tell
this
you, man, it would be a deterrent for a lot of people, especially if you're going up for M1, man. I mean, that's death penalty eligible, and then you shot a retired cop. That should be a capital crime on top of everything else. You know what I'm saying? I mean, 10 innocent victims that was just going to get their groceries over the weekend. I mean, 13 people got shot, but 10 died. That's ridiculous.
wow, man. Like that means he was really trying to kill people. Like he was really trying to catch as many bodies.
As he could.
Yeah, like he
Yeah.
was. Oh man, like man, this dude and the sad part, man, is when he get with them ABs or the Aryan Nation, whatever, in prison. He's gonna be that superhero, man. He's gonna
Yeah,
be that
like,
superstar.
oh yeah, they did this to the black people, blah blah blah. He went out his way, but you know what? He's always gonna have a target on his back, no matter what. And it's unfortunate because Twitch they had to release themselves of this cat. The company was devastated. That's what they basically said. They were devastated to hear about the shooting, and added, the user has been identified, suspended from our service, and we are talking with all appropriate action, or we're taking all appropriate action, including monitoring for any accounts rebroadcasting. So, they was put in the limelight too, just because this guy used their platform in order to just live stream this mass murder that he committed.
Man, that's crazy, man. And you know, and it gives more reasons for censorship. You know what I'm saying? Not that I
Yeah,
want that, I hate that. You know what I'm saying? But that's gonna be the end result, man. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And it's crazy, man. It's like you getting too much of this, man. You getting too many, and people want to live stream it all. Like how many times we done heard somebody go on a crazy rampage and live streaming it, man. Like it's a video game, man. They think this is Call of Duty or something, man. Like what the hell?
I just think, honestly, Otis, the times that we live in. I mean, it's the internet age. You know, all of these platforms. It just takes you to download something onto your phone or whatever. It's so easy to attain these platforms that, and it's probably just as easy to use them. So you know, when you're going out there, you're just gonna just live stream. I mean, people do it all the time for the most silliest reasons, but this reason was disgusting.
And we can't blame the platforms either. That's the other
No,
thing
I
too.
mean, because they can't pre-screen people. I mean, it's a free service, so it's open to the public.
Yeah, nothing they could do about that. You know what I'm saying? So you know, people just can't get mad at the platforms. You know, I mean, I don't know nobody that's mad at the platforms. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
and I don't know anybody either, but it's just,
but I'm
they
sure they
just
out
have to
there.
talk about it.
Yeah,
They have to separate themselves from the action that was committed, because I mean, their platform just happened to be involved in something that was a crime.
and you're always gonna get some people that will. You know what I mean? That
Yeah.
will. You know, some people blame video games. Some people blame like you know. There's always gonna be somebody that's coming with something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, you can't please all of the people. So there's always going to be a population of people that are going to be displeased with anything, no matter what you do. You can tie it with a ribbon, put a bow on it, and put some confetti all in the box, and they still going to have an issue with it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
It's you can't please people all the time, but at the end of the day, I mean, what can you do?
Hey, did
I
he
mean,
did he shoot any white people?
yeah, I mean, they said there was two white victims. I'm not sure if they were the victims that were killed or just hurt. But out of the 13 people, two were white,
Hey,
which, I guess it only matters because it's racially driven. So that's why, it's considered, oh, two white people versus 11 ethnic, but there was 13 victims.
hey, so Aryan Nation, hey, what he know that? Hey, he
He should
killed
get
he killed
spanked,
some
man.
of
He should get
y'all.
spanked for that one, man.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Don't give him a free pass on that. He killed. I mean, he hit a couple of of your own.
That could have been your family members,
Word, word. It seemed like the I don't know, is the KKK ramping it up? Do they even exist? The KKK, or they changed their name? Nah, I'm sure they
That's
exist.
probably what happened. I mean, I'm sure the KKK, at one point was a household name, so I'm sure that they have some level of affiliation. But a lot of these upstate areas, and Pennsylvania and all that, there's a lot of skinheads and white supremacists, man.
Mm,
And I'm not sure what they would actually go by, but these are like their safe havens.
mm.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's just, you can call it what you want, but the outcome is still going to be the same.
Yeah, man. Man, I'm telling you, I know I said this in the video we did, with the Brooklyn shooting in the subway, but I'm gonna say it again, man. Like, yo, this I wish I could choose, certain penalties, man, because yeah, this is somebody, man. Put him in a room, put him somewhere, you know what I mean, and let the family of the victims, man, just have a go at him, man. And New York, man, hey, man, y'all need to step it up, man. Y'all need to
Y'all got to
stop
do
playing.
better, man.
Y'all
I
gotta
mean,
stop.
the violence is becoming senseless at this point.
No, but I'm saying like as far as death penalty goes, like yo, come on, man, stop with this liberal garbage, man. Like yo, put the damn death penalty, man. How
You
the
know
hell
what? I'm
does
gonna
this
tell you
guy
what
gonna
they should
get to
do.
live?
If y'all not willing to do the death penalty, then legalize firearms, because I'm sure somebody would have popped that guy's top in that supermarket.
Uh,
Aside from that security, that retired cop that happened to get killed in the process, I'm sure there would have been two or three more people popping shots at this cat if they was able to walk around with concealed weapons.
great point. Great point. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what? the best answer for a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun. Plain and
Facts.
simple. You know what I'm saying? New York be bugging with all this liberal crap. You know what I mean? Nobody can have no guns and all that, man. Man, I
And
truly
there's more crime based off of guns in New York than other states where you have NRA hubs.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Because the bad guy's gonna get it no matter what. They're gonna get it
Facts.
no matter what. So all
But
you
you're
doing,
not allowing the good guy to have a chance.
yeah, that's all you doing is disarming the good people, the law-abiding people, and then you empowering, you giving more power to clowns like this, man.
Because whether you're in the city or whether you're in the state itself, I mean, just the fact that you out shopping, and I'm sure, like just like where we live, there's people that you would never know have the pipe in their bag or something. You know what I'm saying? And it's just a matter of a crime occurring, and you'll see how many people are there willing to stop it.
Mm-hmm. Word, word. You know what I mean? How many shootings, some tragedies that the only thing that put an end to it, because it would have kept going and more people would have got shot or killed, and the only thing that
Was a
ended it,
civilian with a gun.
yep, yep. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. New York is all screwed up, man. It's like, it ain't making no damn sense, man. It's like, come on, man. Like, y'all got to do better, man.
Yeah, I mean, because y'all not giving enough deterrent to the criminals to stop doing these kind of crimes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all slapping people on the wrist, people getting off on technicalities, or they just doing life and they getting brolic and eating food, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you got to start taking the lives of some of these people or allowing the civilians to do so.
And did you mention the guy's name that did it, the perpetrator?
Yeah, of course. I mean, and the guy's only 18 years old. His name is Peyton Gendron.
Mm. Yeah,
You
man.
know, and I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it the way that he would pronounce it, but that's the way it looks to me, and that's his name to me.
I never heard of that last name, Gendron. Like it sound
Yeah.
like he sound like he from Transformers. He like you feel me? Like he gonna transform into like a into a Yugo. Remember the Yugos out? Yeah, man. Like man, what a clown, man.
Yeah,
Man, I
that has
wish.
French background if you just wanted to know.
Oh,
So,
okay, okay.
yeah, it's an old French word meaning son-in-law, gendry. So it means son-in-law. So basically, it has French undertones. Obviously, it's of European descent, so that kind of seals the deal. But I don't know how many French. And I'm not going to sit here and badmouth the country because I mean, you have Caucasians everywhere. You know what I'm saying? That
Yeah,
are either good or not good.
yeah.
So
Yeah, man. I
but
don't.
he's definitely not ethnic.
Right, right. This clown, man. I see the picture. You know what I mean? He got like the where they got him in court with like the paper shirt and the
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. I'm looking at it right now, man. Like I just want. Don't you just want to snuff him, man? Like I just wish. I
I
wish he
mean,
was in
yeah.
front
I
of me.
mean,
Like,
I wish they would have just give, people the opportunity to kind of just, turn the cameras off for a minute.
mm,
You know what I'm saying? Just turn the cameras off for a minute, man. 60 seconds of beatdown. I'm sure he gonna feel different, man. Break a couple of rib cages and all that. Let it heal on his own. You know what I'm saying? Break a couple of
Put
rib cage and make him run a mile.
Yeah, put
Like,
the
you know what
phone
I'm
book,
saying?
put the phone book on him out, and hit him with the bat. You know what I mean? With the phone book, you know what I mean? Give him internal bleeding or something, man. Like,
I mean, this guy's a dork, man. I mean, you wouldn't even know that he had the capability. You know what I'm saying? He looked like a skateboarder or something, man. He looked like somebody that plays with like, kinetic sand or something, man. You know what I'm saying, man? You still got Legos in your crib, man.
oh man, and you know
But
what?
what
Let
I
me,
want to know is this:
yeah.
where did you get the rifle and tactical gear from? If there's gun laws in your state,
You know what though? I think I'm not 100%, and Anybody out there that's watching this, maybe I could throw in a comment, if I'm right or wrong on this. But what I think it is, I think those strict laws is really New York City and not really New York State. I think that's what it is.
Okay. I mean, I can see I can see the logic in that. You know,
Because
I
most of
just
the
I just
state is
feel
huge.
like yeah, the city obviously, but
You know,
okay, so you can own long guns in the state of New York.
long guns. You said
Yeah,
what?
yeah,
What you mean long guns? Like rifles?
yeah.
Because it just
It
sounds.
doesn't require a license,
Oh wow, wow.
but
Because
does require a permit to legally possess or own a pistol.
that's a
So
head
that's why you
scratcher.
see a lot of shootings. You know what I'm saying? Because you
That's
know
a
where
head
we at.
scratcher.
Basically, you can have anything. But I guess the difference is they'll allow you to own a rifle with no problem, but the handguns with problem. But what you fail to realize, and I guess the reason why they're doing that is for concealed purposes, but
Ah,
rifles are more deadly.
yeah. So hey,
They
hey
use
for
bigger, faster rounds.
for those of y'all out there, if you see somebody walking and one of their legs is like straight while they walking, you know what I mean? It's time to run. You know what I mean? It's time to
If
run.
they walking with a limp, man, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like
Drop your
yo,
groceries, man.
yeah,
Get out of
because
there.
yeah, if you out there, yeah, man, because and let me tell you one thing too is that the cops ain't gonna let that slide, man. The cops are gonna be hungry, especially you said that cop died.
Yeah.
Yo, they gonna
But
get
you got
him.
to understand
They're gonna
also,
get him.
man. I mean, he didn't die at the hands of an ethnic person.
Mm.
Now, I'm sure they would have risked that case, and I could be wrong, but if it was a black person or a Spanish person or something that went on a mass shooting, which we're not known to do anyway, but if that was the case, I think they would have potentially blown the case just to make sure that there was some level of street justice.
You think so? You feel that way?
Man, come on, man. I mean, we could just look at the historical events of how ethnic people are treated for much less than these shootings that these people are committing if they're not ethnic. So I feel that there was preventing his head from hitting the top of the roof and all that. I'm not protecting your head. I'm gonna let you bust it right on the rim of the door before you get in. You know what I mean? How they tuck you in and all that. Put your head down. You know what I'm saying? They was doing all of that. You know what I'm saying? Grabbing him by his arm, not in a forceful manner. I mean, you got cats like George Floyd that was cuffed up and still getting choked out. Cats selling Lucy's in New York and all that, getting killed like Radio Raheem.
Yeah, they did him dirty, but he was resisting though. I mean, but that don't give him that ain't no
Come on,
excuse.
man.
No, wait,
You
hold on,
you telling me? All right.
hold on. I'm not telling you that he deserved it because he resisted. You know what I'm saying? They use excessive force, and the guy that did that deserves to be where he is. You know what I'm saying? If not worse. You know what I mean? He
So
deserves
we
the
can do
death
whatever
penalty
we
because he
want,
killed the
but
dude.
if the police come, we just act calm, and then we'll get away with it. You telling me if you was to do that? Listen, put yourself in his shoes, man. You was to go ahead and try to kill 13 people, and you succeeded with 10 people. You telling me that if you showed no signs of resistance, you wouldn't have got punched in the stomach at least?
You're probably right. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying?
You're
Like,
probably
yo,
right.
we know there's non-justified violence against ethnic people, man. But I feel strongly in my heart that there's a sense of empathy for people that are not ethnic, man.
But see,
That could have been the cop's son. Get what I'm saying?
yeah, like I don't know, man. Cause see, I don't know, man. It's like, don't get me wrong. I know that happens way too much, man. Way too much. And yeah, we
Look at the
I
guy
think
who
we've
shot up
seen
the
that a
church,
lot.
man.
I think we've seen that too many times to just we can't just act like that don't happen. You know what I'm saying? I truly feel though. I truly feel like like nowadays there's a real like after all the everything that's been going on and racial tensions and the fact that there's cameras everywhere, cops are getting locked up left and right,
There's
you
a
know, for
sense of
excessive
scrutiny. Yeah, so
force. Yeah, it's like it's so many eyes on it that I think everybody's just being careful. Period. You know what I mean? I just feel that way. Like, you know, I've heard like, you know, I got family members telling me like, you know, back home, you know what I'm saying, New York City, you know what I mean, where like, you know, a lot of times like somebody could be getting jumped, beat up, robbed, or whatever, and the cops will be like right there. They could see everything, and I ain't talking about white cops. I'm talking about people like you and me, black, Hispanic, whatever, and they just watch. They turn the eye. You know what I mean? Because they don't want no problems. You know what I mean? Because they scared that if they go do something, you know, the mob is gonna start coming. You know what I'm saying? And coming for them, and then they,
so
you
you
know what I
know
mean?
what? There should be a shortage of cops because if you can't do your job right, don't do it.
But I feel like it's the political climate. It's like, you know, you got the push, especially, and this is mainly in liberal states. This is where it's mainly happening. It's the liberal states, and New York is one of those states. Those states,
Extremely
they
liberal.
they 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 you know, they don't have the cops back. You know what I'm saying? And because of that, the cops are more reluctant to do anything. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Regardless of race, regardless of any of that, it's just like these liberal states are just doing. They the only ones calling defund the police because you already said you don't agree with defund the police.
I don't agree with that.
And I ain't with that. I think that's the dumbest thing I ever heard. But who's calling? That's real politicians calling for
Sleepy.
that. They
Yeah.
calling for that. And which ones? It's the liberal ones. You know what I'm saying? It's the liberal
It's
ones.
unfortunate, but like, I mean, a lot of times like the political climate in the country prevents us from seeking true justice or seeking true solutions.
And
You know,
back to the you know what I mean? The cops ain't gonna forget. They ain't gonna let that slide. Like, I'll give you an example. You know, and we talked about him before, Larry Davis, which they
yeah.
by the way, they caught him in my building. Um but Larry Davis, look, he did his time and everything, right? I don't know how many years he did, but he did long time. And on his last day, when he's walking out, when he's being checked out, they killed him. You know what I mean? They killed him. And you know what I mean? That was the cops like, yo, nah, you ain't gonna get away. We're gonna let you think that you're
We
gonna
ain't
get
want to see you
away.
in the streets. We don't want to take another chance getting our head popped off because you free now.
Yeah, and you ain't gonna get to go home and be showboating or whatever, you know what I mean? Gloating that you know, now you free and this and that while all you know, their own got murked. You know what I mean? So that's why I think they ain't gonna let this dude slide. I think he's gonna catch it.
But I don't
He's
think
gonna
he's going
get
to
it.
meet that same level of justice, man. I mean, honestly, what's going to happen to me, I feel, he's going to wind up doing time, whatever he plead out to, whatever he's found guilty of. He's going to do time, and people are going to forget about him. That's what I feel. The
You know,
culture is a little bit different in jail, so they might be a little more hands on as far as what they remember and what they don't. But I'm talking about for us free people. The free world out here. He's going to get hit with his sentence, and then he's going to be out of sight, out of mind.
yeah, I think 10 years from now we ain't gonna be like nobody gonna remember his name.
Give it a good 5.
Or 5, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm giving
Yeah.
it more than, yeah, you know what I mean? I definitely think he's gonna be forgotten. You know, whatever
You don't
cause.
hear people talking about the shooting from Pulse, the church shooting. You don't hear about these shooters no more. All the school shooters. It's out of sight, out of mind, man.
Yeah, you know, and you know what? So for the next idiot like him, that you know, racist fool that wanna that thinking about doing something like this, like, yo, you think you're gonna be a superstar? You ain't gonna be no superstar. You just gonna get yourself brought into slavery. You know what I'm saying? And
Whether
that's
you're a
it.
high-rated slave or not, you still gonna be getting paid pennies on a dollar.
Or
You're still
nothing.
gonna be living you're gonna be living and working the way they want you to, and you ain't gonna never have any freedoms. And if you could sneak in a phone or whatever like that, don't call that freedom either. You're
Right.
gonna be a slave living behind brick walls and gray and white floors for the rest of your life.
Yep. No freedom. No freedom. And you don't deserve freedom.
And I hope they put you in a supermax.
Word, man. And I hope, you know what? And I hope, you know what I mean? His racist crew that he gonna try to rock. I hope they weaken it. I hope they weak, and I hope they, you know what I mean? They get overpowered and get you, man. I hope
I
they
hope
get
he
this
get
dude.
23 hours a day lockdown in a double padded cell, so that way nobody will even care about you. You're gonna live the rest of your life an hour a day. That's what I want for you. I want you to be able to live a long life with no chance of parole. That's what I want for you.
Pure misery, you know what I mean? Just straight up misery with no hope. With no hope. I want you to feel that. No hope. No way
Because
to.
it's like it's tiring, man. You know, you get these little video game heads that feel like they don't know the difference between real life and a video game at this point. And that might be another topic. I don't know if video games making people go crazy or what. But you know, you getting your tactical gear, you going into a supermarket where people probably been shopping for years, feeling comfortable in their own skin, going to get their meats and their breads and dairy and all that. And now they got to keep their head on the swivel, possibly for the rest of their life, because they don't know what sick bat is gonna walk up in there, fully geared up, and start popping shots at them at any given day. This is on a Saturday. Nobody's expecting that, man.
And let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Do you think, speaking of that, do you think video games desensitizes a person?
Absolutely.
Mm.
Absolutely. I mean, from the times that we was playing games, I mean the brick walls and all this Tyson punch out and all that, yeah. I mean, you have a sense of competition, but games has gotten so realistic. I mean, if you look at the systems and the technology that our military is using, it's really no different than these video games that they're playing right now.
Yeah, they're so realistic, man.
They're so realistic that you can pop somebody's top and then go outside and do it and have the same effect.
That's crazy. So imagine like, okay, this is with the video games now, right? But imagine when you get all this like the metaverse and all this stuff, like, you know, when you put in them goggles on and the people look real. You know what I mean? When they reach that point where you can't even tell the difference between real and not. You know what I mean? When the effects, because like stuff still as good as graphics are right now, you could still see the cartoon in it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Even if it's not that much, you could still see that. You know what I'm saying? But at some point, you know it's gonna get like where it looks real. You know what I'm
Absolutely
saying?
real, yeah.
And then imagine, yo, man, and you imagine you got like them goggles and you running around and you spraying, you popping people, whatever, or doing the GTA stuff. You know what I'm saying? And but everything looks real. Yo, that's yo. Things
I
are
don't
gonna
know if
get real
crime gonna go
dangerous.
up or what, but one thing I do know is that people are gonna be more attracted to it. You get what I'm saying? Because I mean, look at those video games. Just that example that you made with GTA. People looked at that like, yo, that's possible, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's people that are very influenced by things. Like, they're easily influenced. So if you come about with a game that you got these Fortnites, you're doing a little missions and all that, and you getting your guns up and your money up and all that, and you even got a team, right? And then you start going out there and snuffing people out and throwing shots in the crowds and all that. It's not going to feel any different if you did that from the comfort of your car with an actual AR.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
that's
Because the blood splatters and all that look real enough right now. You know, man, you hearing graphics where when people getting shot, they're moaning and everything like that. It sounds no different.
and even the controllers be shaking and all that. You know what I mean?
That's what
So
I'm
you
saying.
like feel it.
That's recoil. You know what I mean? I mean, they're making it realistic enough that the lines of reality are already blurred.
Mm.
So if it gets any more realer graphic wise, I mean, it's going to be a scary day. But what's also crazy is that AI is out here too. I mean, you know, you look at those movies, they got robots, and they're even thinking about giving robots rights. I don't know where we're going with this.
Stop playing, man.
That's
You
another
said
topic.
give robots rights.
Rights.
We're gonna have to do a video on that one day.
Yeah.
That's the most
I was running across
outrageous
that one
thing
day
I've ever
when
heard.
I was doing research for our videos, and I was just said, robots get rights, or is that even a topic? I said, wow, you know, I don't know how to take that one, but I'm gonna sit on it.
So, you know, you're always gonna have an idiot like they have feelings too. You know what I mean?
What do they
Like,
feel? And prove it.
they like you and me. We just robots with meat and this
Go
and
sit
that.
down somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
Get out of here with that, man.
Yo,
You know,
smack.
and
Yo.
I feel you, and it's funny. It's funny that you're saying that, but it's true. Somebody's gonna have the whole empathy card, like, yeah, you know, I'm kind of half robot. You know, so you know that you know, I feel like the rights are the only right thing to do is give them rights.
Matter of fact, I identify as a robot. I like.
You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
But it's crazy, man. You seen that Will Smith movie, man? You know what I mean? Where the robots took over and all that.
Hey,
Yo, it makes me think of that, man.
hey.
You
Yo,
know,
man,
and
AI is not a game. Like we that's a whole
No.
other. You know, we can't go too deep on that because that's a whole other. We definitely
Yeah.
got to do something on AI though. That's one. That's one right there.
Yeah, and I think we might have to visit that. You know, and drop it in the comments if you want to hear something about that. You know, because I feel that's an interesting topic, and you know, maybe we can kind of do our little homework on it and kind of make it a talking point. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because that is it's not a game, man. And you know what? We know that the graphics are gonna become looking real, and it is gonna make more people go out there and really take action because they're gonna be used to. It's kind of like you. It's kind of like, okay, if you do something right, like, okay, previous to doing something, you might feel like, okay, that's crazy, that's too crazy, right? But then if you actually reach the point where you actually did it, let's say shooting somebody, right? You might be like, yo, I could never shoot somebody or stab somebody. I could never, you know what I mean? Or steal a car or whatever it is, right? You could feel that way, right? But the moment you do it, it don't feel as bad. Now you know you could do it. Now you done
Because
did
you
it.
crossed the threshold.
Right.
Yeah.
And then now it's easier to do it again. And then once you do it again, it makes it easier to do it again. And next thing you know, it's nothing. It's nothing. You used to it. You know, you a full blown killer. So if you on a game or something like that, and it looks just like real life, and you getting the same adrenaline, the same feelings, and this and that, and you done killed 50 people in the video game, you're like, yo, you mentally, you probably already a killer. You know what I mean? It's nothing to go and do that in real
you
life.
get the whole technique where you know how to ambush and everything like that. I mean, it teaches you everything you need to know, except for how not to get caught.
Right.
You know what I mean? If it taught you that, then I mean, I'm sure that we'll be living in a land of killers, man, if we don't already. Like I said in one of our last videos, man, it's like, you know, 1 in 4 murders are unsolved, and you have a 1 in 3 chance of walking past a murder in your lifetime. So, I mean, it's real statistics. It's real. You know, it's a real problem. But like I said, New York, y'all got to tighten up with y'all gun laws, man. Stop being so sugar pantsed about it, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you're making rifles legal, make handguns legal, man. Let a person conceal. Let a person conceal.
Yeah.
Because the next time they run into a supermarket with an AR and start rifling down people, it's going to be somebody behind the bread loaves that's going to pop his wig off.
Yeah. And there's going to be there's more of a chance that there's going to be multiple people in there with guns to be able to get the drop on that person and put an end to the killings.
And that way you could save money and jury and time and everything else. And you could say, you know what? He's DOA, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't got to worry about it. I mean, obviously, you know, the emergency teams, the EMTs, they have a Hippocratic oath where they got to save his life, and that's understandable. But if somebody blew his brains out his head, You know, all they're gonna do is wrap them up.
Open and
You know what
shut
I'm saying?
case, Watson.
What you said?
Open and shut case, Watson.
Yeah, that's it, man. You
Hey,
know, it's
man.
crazy because it's like, you know, we spend more time and money trying these cases than we would if we was just to zip them up and right, you know, like advise the next of kin that he's no longer with us.
Word.
You know, let the cost go to the family that's causing the problem. You know, let y'all pay for his burial. Why everybody else have to pay the price? Now you got to pay the jury. You know, they got to take off from work. You know what I'm saying? You got to pay whoever else is going to be at the case, the judges, the lawyers, the DAs, and who knows how long it goes through. Then you're going to also have to, you know, you have to pay for him being a resident in the jail systems, which we know is a market anyway. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of them are privatized because they're getting paid for this cat. But at the same time, who's paying the bill? It's people like me and you. You know what I'm saying? Save the world money, man. That way we can start reproducing the foods that we need or that we are short on and everything like that. Save the world money and just pop his top, man. It's going to cost less to pass that bill than it would to try that case.
Word. You know what I mean? You got more money, you could buy more Similac. You could buy more.
You
You
know
could
what I'm
buy.
saying? You know what I mean? Like, yo, you know, we could help reestablish society with all that money we saving, man. All this court stuff, man. I mean, who wants to sit in a building and go and hear that and look at the pictures and all that, man? Like who? And I mean, obviously, you know, there may be a court case for the person that blew his head off, but that's going to be a lot shorter than the one that is going to take to prove this guy is not guilty or guilty.
um.
Because you know, sometimes you know when you use your gun, you got to go through the system too, regardless if it's registered or not. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So yeah, I mean, there's going to be some legal processes that is going to, you know, wind up ensuing from this action, but it's going to be a lot less than trying this guy who killed 10 people and injured 3 more. And then you're going to have the court buildings packed with all these families and stuff like that, man, where it'll be just this guy's family, if his top got blown off.
One thing I like that I'm looking at one of the articles here, and one thing I like that's on there is that he's labeled as a terrorist. You know what I mean?
Good,
Terrorism. You know what I mean? So that makes me feel a little better. You know what I'm saying?
good. It's
Because
not only a Muslim terminology.
word. You know, but yeah, man. You know what I mean? So hey, whatever y'all got to add on to this, man, we want to hear that. Definitely want to hear that. And we got different perspectives of things. You know what I'm saying? Like with the cops thing. You know what I'm saying? Because I definitely don't think that cops are just out there just let's kill minorities. You know what I mean? I don't think
Yeah,
that's
and I
happening.
wouldn't take it that
But
far, but I
but
mean,
stuff is
these
happening.
opinions are my own,
Yeah.
honestly speaking. You know, they're not really based off of anything. It's just how I feel. It's my life experience, and I'm entitled to an opinion.
Yeah.
So I feel that not everybody may agree with me, but at the same time, it at least open an eye or two.
Word. You know what I mean? And that's what people need, man, is different perspectives, you know what I'm saying? And that's what we need, you know what I'm saying? I need to hear a different perspective. You need to hear that, you know what I mean? Because,
Absolutely.
none of us know everything, you know what I'm saying? And they say, to every story there's 3 sides, right? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And individually, in that saying, at least individually, neither one is necessarily right. The truth is somewhere in between that. You know what I'm saying?
absolutely,
Yeah, you know what I
absolutely.
mean. But yeah, man, that another one in the books. You know what I mean? All in with
Yeah, man.
Akano. You know what I'm saying?
Just make sure you guys like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and just comment on what you hear, man. I want to feel the pulse and the temperature of our audience. I want to know what y'all think. I'm
Word.
ready for the disagreements. I'm ready to give a little backstory on my decisions or my opinions.
Hmm.
And I just need, you guys to interact with us so you let us know what you feel. And also, if you have any topics that you want to address that you feel is important that needs a voice, let us know so we can go all in.
Word. Yeah. So to the next one. Peace.
Peace.